Hey guys, how's it going? Welcome back to my channel, Gardening Cold Spring Harbor. For those of you who are new to my channel, I'm in Long Island, New York, Zone 7A. Last few days of summer 2023 left. Here in Long Island, New York, the temperatures have definitely gone down. We are in low to mid 50s at night, and we're expecting to hit upper 40s this coming night. I actually had to pull out one of my jackets because it is quite breezy here this morning. I know that many of us get upset as summer comes to an end because we feel like our summer gardening is coming to an end, guys. No, summer is coming to an end, but not our gardening journey, guys. Fall season is also all about fall vegetable gardening, guys. And not only that, fall is all about thinking, planning out, organizing, purchasing, and of course planting our fall flower bulbs. And those are the bulbs that we plant now in the fall, in the month of September and October, that will bloom for us come next spring. These are the bulbs that bring that beautiful, exciting pop of color and amazing fragrance in early spring. As soon as that snow starts to melt, trees start to bloom, and here come our spring blooming flowers, guys. I love it, love it, love it. This is one of the reasons why I love spring season so much, because I get to see my spring bulbs come up and start to bloom for me. So in today's video, I'm going to share with you my fall bulb haul. Yes, guys, I have plenty of spring blooming flowers already in my home garden, but I was just so excited to add a bunch more to my home garden spring blooming collection. So in today's video, I'm going to share with you all of these exciting new spring blooming bulbs that I just purchased at the end of summer 2023. So come with me, guys. Let me show you one by one what other spring blooming bulbs I'm going to be planting now, mid to end September of 2023. I know that this might seem like quite a lot of packages over here, and they're currently all mixed up on my table here, but I will separate them by categories, by flower varieties. So I'm going to put daffodil together, iris together, tulips together, highness, and I do have some crocus. So I will separate them all by the flower varieties, and then I'm going to show you all of these bulbs, each variety separate, one at a time, to not confuse you guys any further. One interesting fact to note about fall flower bulbs is that they are typically available in person in garden centers as well as online, just around the time when you should be planting them in the dirt in your home gardens. You will never find them available in a nursery or a garden center weeks or even months before the temperatures start to cool down, before it is the perfect time to plant them in your home garden. So if you're browsing online and you do see bulbs, flower bulbs for sale, they're typically not going to ship to your home address until it is the perfect time to plant them in that gardening zone in which you live. So I live in Long Island, New York, Zone 7A. So typically, fall flower bulbs start to appear in garden centers, nurseries, as well as online for shipment sometime early to mid-September. Second week of September is typically when the temperatures start to drop here in Long Island, New York, zone 7A. Like I mentioned previously, this week, the temperatures at night were in low 50s, and we expected to get upper 40s this coming evening and night. So they have been cooling down, plus the winds have been also picking up. Our first anticipated frost date is around October the 15th here in zone 7A, which is also very important fact to note when it comes to selecting, purchasing, and planting fall flower bulbs. For those of you guys who are not aware of when your first anticipated frost date will be, it is very easy to go online, to Google, type in the zip code in which you live and or garden, and type in the words first anticipated frost date, and you will see exactly when your first anticipated frost date for that year will be. Before I get into my 2023 fall bulb haul, I want to mention one more thing in regards to fall flower bulbs. And when I say fall flower bulbs, I am referring to the ones that we plant in the fall. Examples are tulips, highness, daffodil, crocus. So these are some of the bulbs that we plant in the fall, and they come up and bloom for us in the following spring. Some bulbs are early blooming bulbs, some bulbs are mid-spring blooming bulbs, and some bulbs are late spring blooming bulbs. What's important to note is you must always properly store your bulbs if you want to have maximal success growing spring blooming flowers in your home garden. So whether you purchase them a few weeks before you're planning to plant them in your home garden, or say after the season, blooming season comes to an end, and you decide to dig them up and store them, and then replant them once again come next fall. Where and how you store these bulbs is absolutely crucial when it comes to their growing and blooming success. You must always store your fall flower bulbs in a dry, cool, dark place. You should never expose your fall bulbs to heat, extreme sunlight. Why? Because you are going to lose these bulbs. You're going to lose the firmness in your bulbs. Your bulb should always be hard and firm to the touch. Never soft, never mushy, never wrinkly. If you see any mold, any shriveling, any softness when it comes to your fall flower bulbs, those flower bulbs should always be discarded and never planted, as they will never come up and will never bloom for you in the spring. Always check for that firmness and make sure that your bulbs are nice and hard to the touch, and always look for any signs of disease, fungus, or mold on your bulbs. As I'm standing here making this video for you guys, look at this. The winds have already picked up. We're expecting to have wind gusts up to 15 miles an hour today. They said that it's going to be more towards the end of the day today. However, seems like Mother Nature once again has a different plan in mind. So here we go, guys. I organized all of my fall flower bulbs by the categories, by the plant varieties, and I'm ready to show you guys exactly what I picked up for my 2023 fall flower bulb haul. Here you go, guys. I organized my fall flower bulbs. As you could see, I placed tulips in one row, daffodils in the next, crocus, iris, hyacinth, and I do have one alien variety that I have in here as well. So I organize and keep my flower bulbs in cardboard boxes. I keep this box closed and sealed at all times. And this box stays in my garage. I make sure that my fall flower bulbs are never exposed to any heat nor sunlight. I keep the condition as perfect as I possibly can before I'm ready to pop these guys into the soil of my home garden. You guys could see how much wind we're getting already. It's getting stronger and stronger as we speak. Again, guys, we're going to look at each category of flowers separately, but I wanted to start off with daffodils. You could see here that I picked up 4 different varieties of daffodil. So the first one is Daffodil Talia. It's a mid to late spring bloomer. Look at the beautiful white petals and the white center. I thought this was a very, very interesting looking daffodil. It's definitely not your typical standard daffodil. So it came with 10 bulbs in this package, $9.98. Each bulb is 10 to 12 centimeters. It says that this is a full sun to partial shade, mature height 10 to 16 inches, pollinator friendly, naturalizes well. And just another thing, guys, if you do flip your packages around, here you go, there are always very clear planting instructions in the back of every one of these packets, as well as aftercare instructions. The next daffodil variety that I chose was the Daffodil Replete Mid-Spring Bloomer. 25 bulbs, also 10 to 12 centimeters each, $14.98. And it says that this is a full sun to partial shade, height 12 to 18 inches, naturalizes well. This is also deer and critter resistant, which is also a great thing because we do have deer that tend to visit us here in this community in which I live. One year I woke up and half of my tulips were gone because deer decided to come and visit and eat all of my blooms off. And I got so upset and saddened over it. But anyways, so deer and critter resistant is a good thing, guys. Look at the beautiful light cream petals and the gorgeous peach and cream center. Isn't this just a stunner, guys? Before we move on to the next daffodil variety, I just wanted to flip the package around and to show you roughly the sizing of these bulbs. So the package did say that each bulb should be between 10 to 12 centimeters, which is average size for a daffodil bulb. If you are purchasing your fall bulbs or even spring blooming bulbs in person, always flip the package around and take a look at the sizing of the bulb, because the sizing of the bulb does and will have a direct impact on the sizing of your plant, of your flower. The larger the bulb, the larger the plant or the flower will be. So try to choose bigger, larger flower bulbs. Moving on, Daffodil King Alfred type, early to mid-spring bloomer. This stunner came with 25 bulbs per pack, 10 to 12 centimeters, full sun to partial shade, height, guys, note, 14 to 20 inches, which is much taller than the previous 2 varieties that we just looked at. Excellent for cut flowers, naturalizes well. Look at this beautiful, large, yellow, fully yellow daffodil. For those of you who like to cut your flowers and place them inside in a vase, this guy would be perfect for them. Last but definitely not least, when it comes to the daffodils that I chose, so this is Daffodil Golden Ducat, Early to mid-spring bloomer, 25 bulbs per pack, 10 to 12 centimeters per bulb. Full sun to partial shade, height 14 to 18 inches, guys. So this one is a little shorter. Naturalizes well, deer and critter resistant. Look at these petals. I thought this would look absolutely stunning, guys. One more thing that I want to point out, guys, when it comes to choosing and planting your bulbs. If you guys want to extend your bloom season, meaning if you want to see that pop of color, not just early spring, but mid-spring, late spring, always pay attention to the packaging, as it will tell you when you can expect to see each variety bloom. When I choose and purchase my flower bulbs, I always look at the packaging and I make sure that I get early spring blooming bulbs, mid-spring blooming bulbs, and mid to late spring blooming bulbs. This way I know for sure that I will get a continuous pop of color and amazing fragrance in my home garden throughout the entire spring season. Not just the beginning, not sometime in the middle, but the entire spring season. Moving on, guys, the next flower variety that I decided to add to my existing fall flower bulb collection are our crocus. So I already have some existing crocus growing in my home garden that come up and bloom in the spring. And by the way, guys, crocus is one of those flowers that you see first, sometimes even as soon as the snow starts to melt. My crocus starts to come up and bloom for me here in Long Island, New York, Zone 7A. Take a look at the packaging. Early spring bloomer. And I kid you not, guys, if you want to see a pop of color as soon as that snow starts to melt, get crocus, guys. Add crocus to your spring blooming flower collection, guys. This is the orange Monarch crocus, 15 bulbs per pack. Each one is 5 to 7 centimeters. Full sun, height only 4 to 6 inches. Yes, guys, crocus are not tall flowers at all. But look at this, first blooms of spring, which is exactly what I just said. And look at this beautiful, bright orange, almost like fire orange coloring of the petals and the blooms. The next crocus variety is King of the Striped, also an early spring bloomer. Also 15 bulbs per pack, 7 to 8 centimeters. Height 4 to 8 inches. Full sun, first blooms of the spring. But look at that orange center next to those beautiful purple striped petals. And I thought that this variety would look stunning next to the Monarch variety. Look at the orange flowers next to that orange center. I think next to each other, they would only complement each other, which would look stunning. Last, but definitely not least, crocus variety is the yellow Mammoth, 15 per pack, 7 to 8 centimeters, height 4 to 8 inches, first blooms of spring. And before I put these guys back in the box, I wanted to show you how small these bulbs are compared to even, say, daffodils. They're nice and round and firm, regardless of the flower type. Each and every one of these bulbs has to be firm to the touch. So the next flower variety that we'll be planting this fall in my home garden is our Allium. Late spring bloomer, 20 bulbs, 5+ centimeters per bulb. I thought the color was stunning. Take a look at the green on the bottom and a purple, like mix of, I guess it's purple and pink on top. Full sun, very tall guy, guys, up to 2 feet in height. Great in borders and containers. take a look, guys. I just wanted to show you how tiny Allium bulbs are. So you plant this tiny little bulb and you get a gorgeous flower that's as tall as 2 feet. Another great thing about this packaging is that in the back it tells you what flowers are great companions. Take a look at this. Plant me with other pollinator favorites such as the crocus that I just showed you. And look at this. It gives you very precise planting instructions. So they recommend planting 9 Allium bulbs per square foot. And it shows you the depth, the spacing, and the height that you can expect from each of these plants. Moving on, guys, the next flower variety that I'm going to show you is our Highness. So this season, this year, I picked up 3 more new Highness varieties that you could see over here. The first Highness variety is our Valentine mix, early spring bloomer, 6 bulbs per pack, 14 to 15 centimeters each bulb. Let's take a look here, guys. Full sun to partial shade, which is great for those of us home gardeners who do not have direct sun in our home garden. Height 6 to 12 inches, so up to 1 foot in height, guys. Fragrant blooms. And you don't see this very often, guys. Sometimes you get the color, but not the fragrance, or vice versa. But this guy will give you that color and the fragrance as well. Just wanted to show you guys. Can you see the beautiful purple coloring to the bulbs? And by the way, when it comes to Highness, the color of the bulb will also tell you, give you a hint what color the blooms will be. The next Highness variety that I chose is the Delt Bull variety, 6 bulbs per pack, 14 to 15 centimeters is the sizing of each bulb. Full sun to partial shade, height also 6 to 12 inches, so it could reach 1 foot in height. Pollinator friendly, fragrant blooms, guys. Look at that beautiful color. Last but not least, well, in terms of the Highness, is the pretty blend. So this is a larger pack. This comes with 12 bulbs per pack, and I'm loving the yellow, the off-white, and the coral colors. Full sun to partial shade, deer and critter resistant. This one, guys, fragrant bloom, also 6 to 12 inches. Note, guys, these did not say deer and critter resistant, but this one does say that. So for those of you who do have critters or deer popping into your home garden once in a while, hopefully not so often, but pay attention to the packaging, guys. This is very helpful. Here you go, guys, moving on right along. So the next flower that I will be planting this fall from bulb is iris, more specifically bearded iris. I decided to add 4 more bearded iris varieties to my existing garden collection. So the first one is the Sharp Smile Early Summer Bloomer, guys. But take a look, 3 bulbs, $14.98. Full sun, height anywhere between 36 to 48 inches. Excellent for cut flowers, and it re-blooms, guys. Look at the beautiful pink color. I just want to show you what iris bulbs look like. You could see that they do not look like the daffodil bulbs nor the crocus. They do have a part of the stem, you could see over here, attached to the bulb. So I got this variety in case you guys never planted iris before. Again, there are very clear planting instructions in the back of each of the labels. Next bearded iris variety is Fall Tide, take a look at this blue coloring, guys. I don't see too many blue flowers. They're always either red or yellow or orange or pink. I thought this was just a stunner. 3 bulbs per pack. Full sun, also height between 3 to 4 feet. Reblooms, excellent for cut flowers. What a beautiful blue coloring. Moving on. Take a look at this Dangerous Mood. 3 bulbs. Hola mola. The bottom is so deep purple, it looks almost black. Then you have that deeper purple color, mid purple if I may call it, and then lighter purple on top. Take a look at this. Wow. This is the next bearded iris variety that I chose. Superstition is the name. 3 bulbs per pack. Look at that deep purple color. I'm trying to put this package in the sunlight for a few seconds just to show you the purple coloring. And look at that orange pigmentation in the center. Holy moly. This one is a bit shorter though. This will reach only 3 feet maximum height, but it's also excellent for cut flowers, and it also re-blooms. Beautiful, beautiful, deep purple coloring. And now let's move on to our last flower category, which are our tulips. So this is a new tulip variety for 2023 growing season. This is the Mammoth tulip varieties. And you could see over here, even the packaging shows you the sizing of a standard bulb versus a Mammoth bulb. And remember what I just said earlier in this video, that the sizing of the bulb does have a direct impact on the sizing of the flowers and the blooms. So take a look here. These are expected to reach almost 2 feet in height. Excellent for cut flowers, great in borders and containers. So I got the orange Mammoth variety, the red Mammoth variety, and the pink Mammoth variety. Each one came with 25 bulbs per packaging. They bloom mid-spring. Each one of them is a mid-spring bloomer. Before I move on and show you the rest of the tulip varieties that I chose to purchase this year in my bulb haul, I wanted to show you the sizing of these bulbs, Mammoth bulbs. These are large, guys. These are abnormally large, if I may say. This compares almost to the size of a daffodil bulb. Again, these are expected to reach almost 2 feet in height when they bloom. So always take a look at the sizing of your bulbs. Here is the red variety. Same thing, guys. The bulbs are very large in sizing. Here are the rest of the tulips. I pulled out all the packages. Again, some packages come with 12 bulbs, some come with 5 bulbs, and some come as many as 25 bulbs per package. Now let's get started. Let's take a look at each and every single one of them, as they're all absolutely stunning. The first variety of the tulip is a mid-spring bloomer, Tulip Grand Perfection. Came with 12 bulbs per packet. Each bulb is 11 to 12 centimeters. I loved the striking color comparison. The off-white together with burgundy, almost like a red wine coloring. I thought this looked fabulous. Full sun, mature height 16 to 20 inches. Excellent for cut flowers, great in borders and containers. Again, I loved this color combination. I thought it looked beautiful. Next tulip variety is a late spring bloomer, Tulip Parrot Mix. Came with only 5 bulbs per pack, so it's roughly $1 per bulb. 11 to 12 centimeters is the sizing of each bulb. Excellent for cut flowers, as it is expected to reach a height of up to 2 feet. I don't know if you guys have ever grown parrot tulip varieties in your home garden. What I love about them is the shaping and the coloring of their petals. Can you see that the ends of the petals look almost torn on these tulip varieties? And look at the coloring, the mix of yellows and the reds, the green and the orange, the green, the yellow, and the reds. It's absolutely stunning. Again, not just the coloring, but also the shape of the petals. So the petals on parrot varieties are not smooth as, say, other tulip varieties. You could see that this, the purple tulip, which is also a mid-spring bloomer, came with 25 bulbs per package, 11 to 12 centimeters per bulb, height 18 to 22 inches, excellent for cut flowers. But the shaping of the petals is drastically different between this variety and the parrot tulip varieties. Moving on, Tulip Daydream, mid-spring bloomer, also 25 bulbs per pack, 11 to 12 centimeters per bulb, height 18 to 22 inches, excellent for cut flowers. Loved this apricot colored petals and blooms. Take a look, it's almost peach apricot in coloring. It's not yellow and it's not orange, guys. Next late spring bloomer is Tulip Angelique, 5 bulbs per package, 11 to 12 centimeters per bulb. Take a look at the coloring, guys, and the shape of the petals. They almost look like they're ruffled. Take a look. Multiple petals. Look at the color. Transitions from green to lighter pink, deeper pink. Stunning. 12 to 24 inches height. Fragrant blooms, guys. Take a look at this. Next, late spring bloomer, Tulip Strawberry Swirl Mix. Doesn't that name just sounds amazing? 5 bulbs per pack, 11 to 12 centimeters. Look at the coloring. So you're not just going to get pink tulips. You're going to get off-white tulips. You're going to get tulips that are off-white and have some yellow-green pigmentation on the petals. You're going to get pink mixed with off-white with some green pigmentation, guys. Height 14 to 20 inches. Excellent for cut flowers, great in borders and containers. Beautiful, beautiful coloring. 3 more varieties left to go, guys. Mid-spring bloomer, Tulip Pride mix, 25 bulbs per pack, 11-12 centimeters per bulb. Take a look at the mix of purple, pink, raspberry colored. I love how they go so well together, these colors. Height 18 to 24 inches, so up to 2 feet in height. These guys are pretty tall. Great in borders and containers. Excellent for cut flowers. Take a look at this stunner. Late spring bloomer, Tulip Sun Lover. 5 bulbs per pack. Height 16 to 20 inches. Excellent for cut flowers. Look at the coloring, guys. The fire red, the deep orange. Look at the shape of the petals. Oh my goodness, it's a lover. All right, guys. Hola mola. One more thing that I wanted to show you guys as I show you the last packet. So this is a late spring bloomer as well. Double latte mix, 12 bulbs in this pack. Look at the coloring. The lime green, the yellow, the mix of off-white and pink. Look at this purple. Stunner. Height 14 to 24 inches. Excellent for cut flowers. Take a look, guys. Each of the varieties come in different height, which also adds a great dimension to your home garden. You never want to plant flowers that are the same height. You always want that mix of color as well as the change in dimension, which is going to bring that extra oomph to your spring blooming flower garden, guys. This brings us to the end of my fall flower bulb haul, guys. This was the last tulip pack. package. This is it for this video, you guys. Thank you so much for joining me here in Long Island, New York, Zone 7A. In today's video, I shared with you guys my 2023 Fall Flower Bulb haul. We took a look at some of the daffodils, Highness, crocus, Allium, and tulip varieties that I picked up this year to add to my already existent spring blooming flower collection. For those of you who enjoyed watching this video, if you found this video to be useful, helpful, informative in any way, show me that support by clicking thumbs up below. Let me know, guys, in the comment section below, have you picked up any new bulb varieties yet to plant this fall to add to your spring blooming bulb collection? For those who haven't yet subscribed to my gardening channel, Gardening Cold Spring Harbor, what are you guys waiting for? Do it today. It's super easy, yet so pleasing and rewarding to me, knowing that you guys enjoy watching my videos, that you find my videos to be useful, helpful, informative. Super easy for you guys to do. Go below this video and click the subscribe button below. And if you never want to miss any of my new upcoming garden videos, if you want YouTube to notify you every time I'll upload a new garden video, click the bell icon as well. You will get notified by YouTube every time I'll upload a new garden video. Stay healthy, happy, be well, guys, each and every single one of you. Enjoy these last few days of summer 2023, and I'll see you guys again in my new upcoming garden videos. Happy gardening, guys. Bye.